Good night to you all, my dear friends. Today I came to you with a new Keloglan tale. Get comfortable in your beds and enjoy the tale. The Giant and the Keloglan. Once upon a time, a long, long time ago, a husband and wife had 39 children. Recently, they had another child. Thus, the number of their children reached 40. By the time the poor man had 40 children, he was 70 years old, and his work was done. One day he gathered his children before him. "My sons," he said, "you see, I am very old now. I have raised you to this age. Now you must work and take care of me." He gave each of his sons a sickle and sent them to other villages. These children came to the entrance of a village and saw that there was a huge field. They thought, the owner will have it harvested anyway, so let's at least get the money. And they began to harvest the crops in the field. They harvested part of the crops. However, the owner of the field was a giant. The next morning, the giant came to his field and was pleased to see the crops harvested. "Gentlemen, let me bring you some food," he said. He went and brought food. When evening came, "It gets cold here. Come on, come to our house," he said. The lords refused. "We'll sleep here among the crops. We won't get cold," they said. When evening came, the giant came to eat them. But even though he had turned the crops upside down, he couldn't find anyone. So he got angry and left. In the morning, he came back to the field and said to the man, "Gentleman, where did you sleep last night? I brought food last night, but I couldn't find you. Tell me where you'll be sleeping tonight, so I can bring your food there," he said. They replied, "We were cold last night, so we slept in that hole at the edge of the field. We'll sleep there tonight too. Bring our food there," they said. It was noon. The giant brought food from the house and left. The smartest one among them, the little one, said, "Masters, let's save some of the food for tonight. The giant will come to eat us again tonight. We'll hide somewhere else and eat this food." When all the work was done in the evening, this time they didn't sleep in the ditch but climbed a tree. Night fell. Darkness descended. And after everyone had gone to sleep, the giant came. He searched everywhere in the ditch but couldn't find anyone. Angry again, he stormed off back to his house. The next morning, when he came, he saw that the work was finished and paid everyone. However, taking a few of them away to eat, he gave the youngest child 3.5 grosch less than his pay. The child thought of a trick. "It's okay, uncle. I don't want my 3.5 cents," he said. The giant didn't go to the giant's house. The giant didn't go home. One day, the Sultan of the time shouted through the town criers, "Whoever brings me this giant's horse, I will give him many coins," he said. At that time, the youngest of the 40 brothers was called Keloglan. Keloglan went to the palace and said, "I will bring it, my Sultan," he said. The Sultan was furious. "Come on, you fool, how could you possibly bring it?" He scolded Keloglan. Keloglan pleaded, "Sultan, I will bring you this giant's horse," he said, "but you must command me to bring it, and I will bring it." The Sultan agreed. Keloglan went to the giant's house to bring the horse. He arrived at the giant's house and saw that no one was around. He wanted to untie the horse, but the horse began to bray and neigh. Keloglan immediately hid under the hay. The giant came, shouting at his horse. The giant came and shouted at his horse, "You never used to neigh like this, so why are you doing it now? Shouting like this?" He beat the horse soundly and went upstairs. When the giant went upstairs, Keloglan untied the horse's rope, mounted it, went straight to the Sultan, and delivered the horse. The Sultan was very pleased and rewarded Keloglan. One day, the Sultan had the drums beaten and the town crier announced, "Whoever brings me the giant's spell-covered quilt will receive 1,000 akse." Keloglan went to the palace and said, "I will bring it, my Sultan." He went to the giant's house. He tied a hook to the end of a rope, climbed onto the roof, pierced the ceiling, attached the rope to the quilt, and began to pull it up. The giant woke up and thought his wife was pulling the quilt. He grumbled, "Damn woman, don't pull the quilt." His wife thought her husband was pulling the quilt. She started yelling at him, "Why are you pulling my quilt?" They had quite a fight. Devin came to his senses. He realized that Keloglan had done this. He hung the quilt and dropped gaily into the middle of the room. He immediately found a bag, put Keloglan inside, and hid him in one of the rooms to eat in the morning. Keloglan tore the bag open with a knife and got out. Devin took his calf from the barn, put it in the bag, and hung it from the ceiling. In the morning, the giant came and touched the bag. The calf started bellowing. The giant was suddenly surprised. "Hey, Keloglan, how come you bellow like my calf?" he said. Keloglan, without showing himself from his hiding place, shouted. Meanwhile, Keloglan stole the bell and ran away, brought it to the Sultan, and received 1,000 akse. One day, the Sultan had the town criers announce again, "Whoever brings me this giant, dead or alive, I will reward him more than ever before." Having tasted the money, Keloglan immediately thought of a trick. He had a cage made with iron on all four sides and placed four dead men inside it. He put them in a cart and took them straight to the giant's house. Calling the giant, he pointed to the cage in the cart. He called the giant over and showed him the cage on the cart. "I brought these for you to eat. Take them," he said. When the giant saw the four men, his appetite was whetted. He immediately rushed into the iron cage through the door. Keloglan was standing by the door. When the giant entered, he immediately locked the door. He went straight to the market, stood next to a tree. He lowered the cage to the ground. Next to the tree, he placed a millstone and a large hot piece of iron. Without the giant knowing, he opened the cage door and climbed onto the tree. From above, he called out to the giant. "I opened the cage door," he said. "Come here and eat me." The giant's eyes bulged, and he stormed out angrily. "How did you get up there?" he asked. Keloglan replied, "There is a millstone at the base of the tree, and on top of it is a piece of iron. I stepped on it and jumped up. You can do the same." He tricked the giant. The fierce giant believed him and did as Keloglan said, but he burned himself on the hot iron and fell, dying under the millstone. Keloglan climbed down from the tree. He took the giant's body to the Sultan and received a lot of money. He ate, drank, and got his wish.